Day. Next, I'd like to have Jamie Davis and Trevor this one come back here.
Right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Very nicely done, ladies. Thank you very much. If you could remain standing. Next, we're going to have Mr. Cahill lead us with our fifth graders in the national anthem. All right, please be seated.
Time as the Great War ended when the armistice went into effect on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month in 1918 and was generally regarded as the end to end all wars. In 1919, President Wilson claimed In 1919, President Wilson proclaimed November 11th as the first commemoration of Armistice Day. Along May 3rd, 1938, 11th of November in each year a legal holiday, a day to be dedicated to the cause of world peace, to be thereafter celebrated and known as Armistice Day. On June 1st, 1954, November 11th became Veterans Day, a day to honor American veterans of all wars. The Uniform Holiday Bill was signed on June 28, 1968, and was intended to ensure 3-day weekends for federal employees by celebrating 4 national holidays on Mondays. The first Veterans Day under the new law was observed with much confusion on October 25, 1971. President Gerald R. Ford signed a law to return the annual observance of Veterans Day to its original date of November 11th, beginning in 1978. Observance of Veterans Day on November 11th not only preserves the historical significance of the date, but helps focus attention on the important purpose of Veterans Day, a celebration to honor America's veterans for their patriotism, love of country, and willingness to serve and sacrifice for the common good.
Nicely done, ladies. How about a round of applause for them? And next, we have Mrs. Conley's class come over, and they're going to show a poem about an unknown soldier.
Because of You, Unknown Soldier, by Courtney Tana Bay. Because of you, I am here. Because of you, I'm able to live freely. Yes, I do not know you, and I have not done for you. But there you stand, ready to fight, and there you are prepared to die for me.
You fought before, you're fighting again, someone you don't know.
So thank you, Unknown Soldier, for fighting for me.
I am here because of you, and I owe my future to you. Thank you.
Nicely done, boys and girls.
Mike?
Next, we're going to have Mr. Cahill lead us in America with our 3rd graders. Nicely done, Cahill.
My country gives us the opportunity to advance according to his or her own ambitions. Education is for all. My country means love of freedom, faith in democracy, I am an American. My country believes in the moral worth of everyday common person. I'm American.
My country gives us the privilege of expressing beliefs or opinions without fear or persecution.
I am an American.
My country has the best form of government. It is our duty to keep it that way. I am an American.
My country promises life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I am an American.
My country gives us privileges that we shall protect and defend even with our lives. I am an American.
Next, we'll hear Freedom Is from Mrs. Tugud and our student council members.
My country, it will always be the land of the free and the home of the brave. I am an American. My country meets any need or suffering with its abiding love and loyalty. I am an American.
My country is the servant, not the leader. I am an American.
Country possesses a Statue of Liberty. Torch shall burn as long as we keep it alight. With our devotion to the freedom of the individual, I am an American.
Freedom is the right for everyone to feel comfortable to express their own opinion.
Freedom is being able to stand for the things you believe. Freedom is not being pushed or
Freedom is want to be. Freedom is equality and fairness for all people.
freedom is the right to speak when something is wrong, respect others' opinions, and acknowledge the fact that everyone is unique in their own way. Never discriminate others because of their different culture or religion. Freedom is the right to honor your culture or religion without discrimination. For example, being able to believe what you believe without someone saying that you can't. Being able to have an opinion.
All right, I apologize for our sound system technical glitches this morning, but we actually have a new sound system ordered, and of course the parts that we need aren't all here, even though we ordered it last year. We're still waiting on the parts to come. So as we do our next part, just be a little conscious about how you hold the microphone. Where you hold the microphone seems to depend on whether we get those cutouts or not. So just be a little patient as we pass this around. Next, we're going to let our veterans introduce themselves, and what we would like them to share is, of course, their name, what branch of service you worked with, and then if you could just share if you have a connection to our school, how you're connected to our school.
Good morning. I'm George Foch, served in the United States Marine Corps for 27 years. I'm proud to be here to share Veterans Day with you.
Good morning. I'm John Gunthors, served in the Navy 1960 to 1966, and I'm proud to be here.
My name is Richard Snyder. Vietnam vet. Served in the Air Force. Lived in Huntington Beach. Have been since 1971. Proud to be here.
My name is Richard Long. I'm Parker Bonfire Brandon. Yeah, that's me. A carrier. And also served in Vietnam, Ground Water Navy. And I was in the Navy from 1966 to 69.
My name is Lyle Smith. I was in the U.S. Navy, stationed on Pearl Harbor as a search and rescue swimmer during Desert Storm. My son is in the 3rd grade, Grayson Smith.
My name is Gary Maxwell. I was in the U.S. Navy, Vietnam vet, and I'm here for my grandson, Chase Pontiac.
My name is Doug Clark. I just moved here from Michigan, and I was in the Army from 1969 to 1973, and I'm here with my grandson, Connor Wynn, and he's in the 5th grade.
Good morning, my name is Jessa Peck. I was in the Navy for 8 years. I was a corpsman. I am the brother of one of the teachers here, Jolene Strickland, and her 2 daughters are my nieces.
Good morning, my name is Chris Mayo. I was a U.S. Army artillery officer from 95 to 98, served in Bosnia. I'm here with my daughter sitting in front of me, Riley Vale in the 2nd grade, and Avery Vale in the 4th grade.
Hi, I'm Doug Washburn, also known as Grandpa Mike, to Maddie and Lexi Nardo. Joined the Army in '69, became a helicopter pilot, flew for 12 months in Vietnam, and after that, flew locally out of Los Alamitos here as a reservist until 1995. Thank you very much for having me.
My daughter is Violet Lystone over here, and then my niece is Charlotte Collisher. And I was in the Air Force from 2006 to 2021 for about 15 years doing engineering work on satellite systems. And last year I had the opportunity to transfer military services, and now I'm in the Space Force, which is
Space Force. Yeah, that's what I said. Space.
Jim Melrose. I was in the Air Force, 50th Tactical Fighter Squadron at Hahn Air Base, Germany, the forwardmost air base from Russia during the Cold War. And I have 2 darling grandchildren here, one of them right over here, Violet, and I just saw Charlotte. I don't know where she went.
My name is Daniel Scott. I was in the U.S. Air Force from 65 to 71, and I'm here with my grandson Ian Steidinger in the 3rd grade.
Hi, my name is Elisa Summers. I joined the Army in 1998 and served for 8 years. I had 3 children come through here. They're all older, so I'm very fond of Seacliff Elementary and their teachers. Thank you for having us. It's always an honor.
Good morning, I'm Jerry Muir, retired U.S. Army, and she's my daughter. And I have 3 of my grandchildren who have come through this school and absolutely loved it. So thank you for this event. Thank you for respecting my service.
Charles Getz, United States Marine Corps. My grandson went through here, and he is now in the 7th grade in Dwyer. My daughter is the coordinator and the 1st grade teacher. And today, for all of you that don't know, is the Marine Corps' 247th birthday.
All right, how about another big round of applause for all of our veterans and the service they provided to our country. Thank you very much. And next, I'm going to have George Foch stand up again, and he's going to share with us the story of the history of taps. I had to Google because I didn't know with my big dorky hat if I should have it on during taps or not. And when I Googled it, it said I should not have my big dorky hat on during taps. So when you play it, we'll remove our hats.
Behind taps It all began in 1862 during the Civil War when Captain Robert Ellacombe of the Union Army was near Harrison's Landing in Virginia. The Confederate Army was on the other side of the narrow strip of land. During the night, Ellacombe heard the moans of a soldier who lay mortally wounded on the field. Not knowing if it was a Union or Confederate soldier, the captain decided to risk his life and bring the stricken man back for medical attention. Crawling on his stomach through the gunfire, the captain reached the stricken soldier and began pulling him toward the encampment. When the captain finally reached his own lines, he discovered it was actually a Confederate soldier, but the soldier was dead. The captain lit a lantern. Suddenly, he caught his breath and went numb with shock. In the dim light, he saw the face of the soldier. It was his own son. The boy had been studying music in the South when the war broke out. Without telling his father, he enlisted in the Confederate Army. The following morning, heartbroken, the father asked permission of his superiors to give his son a full military burial despite his son's enemy status. His request was partially granted. The captain had asked if he could have a group of Army band members play a funeral dirge for the son at the funeral. The request was turned down. Since the soldier was a Confederate, out of respect for the father, they did say that he could have only one musician. The captain chose a bugler. He asked the bugler to play a series of musical notes he had found on a piece of paper in the pocket of his dead son's uniform. This wish was granted. Music was haunting melody we now know as taps, that is renowned at all military funerals. Here are the words to taps. Day is done. Gone the sun. Sun is S-O-N. From the lakes, from the hills, from the sky, all is well. Safety rest. God is nigh. Please stand. You can have a hat or salute. Or salute. And now, for the text.
You talk all the time.
That's beautiful, Tyler. Thank you for doing that. Well done. And thank you, George, for the history of taps. That was interesting to know. Thank you. Next, I'm going to ask our scouts to retreat the flags. And of course, because we are an academic institution, our kids did some writing over the last couple of weeks, and so I'd like to share the book. It's Thank You Veterans, and you can see we did a lot of writing. So you have a lot of letters of appreciation that I'd like to share with you, and you can take those back and share those at the Legion. I'm gonna take these two, there you go. Thank you. All right, then just a few thank yous to wrap our day up. I'd like to start, of course, with thanking our veterans for your service. We all realize that it requires that you give not only of yourself personally, but also of your families. So I'd like to thank their families as well. If you could join me with another round of applause for our veterans, that'd be great, and their families. Then I also want to thank Cindy Getz. She's a big part of getting this coordinated for us, and as you saw, her father's here this morning. Mrs. Getz, we appreciate all your work. I'd also like to thank Mr. Cahill for prepping the songs and the work he did with that. And then lastly, Mr. Dalton is always working behind the scenes. He's our school custodian. He's working behind the scenes to make sure everything is set up and ready to go. Moms, dads, and family members, thank you for arranging your daily schedule to be able to be with us today. I think it's nice to have such a big variety of people here and a large quantity of people to thank our veterans for their work. As I said earlier, this is one of my very favorite assemblies that we do. And then lastly, boys and girls, outstanding this morning. You guys always do such a nice job, and I appreciate that this morning you were extra respectful with your behavior and with your applause and those things. So nice job on K through 5th graders. Well done. And then we would like our veterans to hang with us just for a couple minutes at the end of our assembly. We'd like to get a couple quick pictures. And with that, I'm going to tell the kids they can go back to their classrooms. Thank you again for joining us this morning.